someone who has never believed in ghosts and paranormal occurrences? If so, then you are finally about to be proven wrong once and for all with some solid evidence. Imagine sitting with a group of friends in a paranormal haunted house and one of your friends gets pulled by a force unknown. Sounds out of a movie, right? Well, in this video, I will show you exactly this kind of a moment where this very unlikely scene happened. But before we unveil the horrors of some real-life ghost videos, buckle yourselves up by clicking the like and subscribe buttons and ringing the bell icons. Here we go then. This is James White, and this is the Lambton House, which has quite a long history dating as far back as 1860. Pretty old, and the centuries that have graced this place are actually what add a layer of further horror and intrigue. The Lambton House is naming of that remains well-renowned amongst those who live and breathe haunted experiences, and hence this place is believed to be seriously haunted. So, James White, along with a bunch of participants who were very curious to unearth the rumors and horror that surrounded the Lambton House, decided to take things into their own hands and hence went into the house to see for themselves. They sat in a ring holding hands and at the same time tried communicating with anything except the team that may be present there. One of the participants sitting right next to this guy who was speaking suddenly gets pulled back.
We had the door, the door was open behind us, and we thought we heard something back there, but nothing was there. So we turned, and I looked, and I saw nothing. So I turned my head back towards the group, like the circle, and we're all holding hands.
Sending everyone in a shock as to how exactly did he get pulled. It appears as extremely bizarre as the entire team was sitting in this very room and someone pulling the boy back from the outside was actually bone-chilling. According to the boy who got pulled, he claims to have been pulled by something extremely powerful. Take a look.
Is it a male?
Now, this clearly points at something supernatural being present in the Lambton House that may have been the mysterious force pulling the boy backwards. What do you think? I'll leave this up to you. While the last incident was somewhat of a supernatural encounter within the walls of a building, this one is going to send shivers down your spine considering it take place late in the middle of night on what appears to be an alienated road from where this guy is driving past in his car. While driving on the road, the driver spots a woman out of nowhere walking mysteriously in the opposite direction to his car. However, the scary part to this story stems from the point when the driver spots blood on the lady and slows down to offer assistance, and what happens next is actually terrifying. Take a look.
Excuse me, you need help? What the?
Upon listening to the driver, the woman starts to scream loudly for no reason, compelling the driver to accelerate the car away from her. Who was the lady? What was she doing there at that time, and where did the blood come from? Are questions which aren't just bothering you, but everyone who saw this. Next up is another eerie ghost hunt that actually turned out to become one of the most well-known ghost sightings on camera on social media, which is known as the Woman in White. In Cicero, Illinois, there is this church which was long ago used as a funeral home, and hence rumor has it that it is extremely haunted. A family went to this church once on a ghost hunting expedition where they hoped to capture or detect something worthwhile that could prove the church's scary stories being true. In the middle of the night while exploring the church, suddenly their EMF meter starts hinting at the presence of an entity the family cannot see. In an attempt to find what the EMF may potentially be indicating, the family moves around the church capturing what they see. However, to their dismay, they find nothing.
Are you afraid? That room over there is scary. Have you seen it? This one, come here.
Only to later discover, while reviewing their footage, that a creepy woman dressed in spooky white clothes appears to be standing right behind them in one of the footages, and this literally stuns them. And effectively, their ghost hunting trip ends up proving the presence of supernatural forces in the church. What do you think? Ian from the renowned YouTube channel Midwest Ghost Hunter set out on a ghost hunting expedition in a place that has been labeled by many as a paranormal site. A place where people have actually experienced unusual experiences, and that's from where the place gets its identity of being haunted. Yes, we are talking about none other than the spooky burial mounds in Minnesota. All the way from extremely disturbing and unusual sounds to apparitions. This place has consistently offered people a fair share of terror. While he is on the hunt for some solid paranormal evidence, the tension and fear that the place is shedding on him is evident from his face. While walking towards an end of what appears to be a lonely forest, Ian hears the churning sound of leaves to which he turns to see no one. He then remains silent, only to be blown away when he asks, "Is there somebody out here with me?" And in response gets an eerie reply by someone in the woods. What it was and who it was remains a mystery. Is this something relatable to you? Let me know in the comments below.
All right. Okay, I don't know, man. Maybe I'm not going crazy. I don't know if I should try this, but I'm gonna try walking backwards because I want to see what's coming up behind me. Honestly, I don't even like walking backwards because I don't know what's ahead of me. Is there somebody out here with me? Oh my god! Holy shit! That scared me so bad. That was a straight up voice.
This is the Sandhaven Sanatorium located in the somewhat lonely lands of North Dakota. Initially, this building was used as a treatment center for tuberculosis patients, however. Unfortunately, many of the patients lost their battle against the disease and hence died within the building. Later on, the sanatorium was utilized again for the mentally ill people who stayed there, however. Due to reports of patient mistreatment and ignorance, the facility was closed for the better. Or the worse, we can say, because ever since then, the sanatorium has remained a well-known spot for paranormal occurrences. In the quest to dig deeper into the sanatorium's reality, Ricky sets out to explore the hospital only to be met with strong signs of an entity's presence. While exploring the hospital's devastated floors, Ricky, along with his partner, roam around the facility in the quest to find something worthwhile. While pointing their torches at random corners of the building, they suddenly hear the abrupt moving of a pipe or cable near the ceiling in the background, and it can clearly be seen. Take a look.
No, I thought it was a morgue. Oh, come on, let me have that.
Couldn't tell you.
Oh, that's creepy as
Yeah, this building's getting pretty bad. Is that you? That wasn't you, was it?
No.
Now, that clearly was some movement without any reason, and with Ricky and his sister all alone in the hospital. This movement of the cable out of nowhere is clearly a sign of some serious haunted presence. What do you think? Let me know in the comments.
Sounds like someone's upstairs. There's someone upstairs.
Now let's go to Madrid, Spain, where three friends are chilling and hanging out in the living room only to be bothered and frightened by some unsettling sounds coming from the bathroom. The trio genuinely seems perplexed and demonstrating some guts. One of the guys stretches his camera to look at what may be inside only to be scared to death by a creep face staring back at them. Now, the three guys actually got pretty scared. Or was it some comprehensively planned trick to go big on TikTok? Let us know. A random guy seems to suspect that an animal is walking and messing around his house late at night. However, what exactly it is remains unknown until he sets up a motion-sensing camera around his house to check out what's really going on. Nonetheless, the cameras don't answer the question of which animal is it, but instead open a new story of intrigue as the camera spots a cloud-like figure to be moving around. Now, clearly it is something that we don't know. Holton Avenue is one of the most abandoned streets in Cleveland, Ohio. Why exactly was the street left to loneliness is not fully known, but some owe it to the fact many dead bodies were discovered in this neighborhood under the most unusual circumstances. And guess what? Out of all the good things in life to do, the famous Urbex Hill YouTuber decides to go check out the empty buildings on the Holton Avenue while exploring the church in the neighborhood late at night.
I could have swore I heard something.
Things don't seem to unfold well as he starts hearing random sounds within the church. Suspecting it to be an animal, the guy goes on to check what exactly is it, and here is what happens next. Absolutely terrifying, isn't it?
There's somebody outside.
In Santa Cruz, California, these two ladies spot something that appears to be nothing but a ghost at one of the rides at Santa Cruz Boardwalk. After the boardwalk has been closed, these ladies are there doing their own stuff, but suddenly, this ride turns on for no reason, and the girls get their cameras ready in the quest to capture something unusual. And guess what? They actually capture something really bizarre. Take a look.
Hey, but the boardwalk closed like half an hour ago.
This is scary.
Where the Okay, I'm really bad at this.
The ones on
Okay, I totally saw someone with their camera.
Who was it? Let us know in the comments.
The ones on
After exploring an abandoned, creepy farmhouse in the middle of nowhere, Francisco believes that supernatural entities have followed him home from the farmhouse. While exploring the farmhouse during the day, Francisco is recording when suddenly, the door behind him shuts. Take a look. Ever since that eerie expedition, Francisco has been experiencing paranormal activities in his house, such as voices of crying and shouting, along with random sounds coming from all parts of his house. Take a look.
Vale. Que no sé, tío. Está por aquí. Creo que está por aquí. Hola. Escúchenlo. ¿Qué va? Coña. Ahora sí. Me quedé apretado. Ahora sí me lo hizo detrás de mí. Ahora sí me lo hizo detrás de mí. Y estoy solo en casa. Dentro del baño. ¿Qué cojones? No puede ser. Hay alguien ahí.
¿Qué coño?
And with that, these were some bone-chilling real-life ghost stories that are backed by real videos that prove existence of supernatural entities the best. What do you think about them? Have you ever had any supernatural experiences? Share your stories in the comments to be featured in the next videos.